Hello there, this is Mr. Clark. We're going to go over the week 31, day 1 assignment. And we're solving trig problems. And the reason we do this is to find a missing side in a right triangle. But on day 1, we're just going to look at the problems themselves. Day 2, we'll be setting up the problems and then solving. So, first thing you need to do is we need to make sure you know how to solve trig problems on the calculator. So here we have sine of 30. Now there's a couple different ways you could do this, right? I'm going to go to Google Calculator. You can put Google Calculator in there. There it is. And if you want to do sine of 30, all you do is, let's see if this works. Sine of 30. Okay, so I got a negative number. So here's what's going on there. We don't want a negative number. We want it to be in degree mode. So I'm pressing degree right here, right? So let's get rid of this. So degree, sine of 30. There we go. There's two different ways you could do trigonometry. But we're using degrees. Like, you measure angles in degrees. You could also measure angles in radians, but we're not doing that. So when you use the Google Calculator, you have to press degrees. So sine of 30 is 0.5. Well, let's check out another one. You can do Desmos, which is desmos.com, right? You probably use this. Well, you may have used this calculator before. It's getting more popular. You go to Math Tools, you go to a scientific calculator, and it looks like it's set on degrees here already. That's what we need, degrees. So now this thing's in the way. We'll get rid of this. We go to sine, and then we put 30 in there. And there's the answer over here, 0.5, right? Now, if you were in radians, it would be this negative number. So we're not doing that. We're doing degrees. It's 0.5. Now, you can also do it if you have one of these calculators right here. You can do it, but you have to press the mode button, and make sure it's in degrees right there, right? Yeah. It has to be in degrees. And then you can push sine, and then 30, just like that. And 0.5 again. Now, also, you may be using your phone. So if you're using your phone, and I have an Android, if you have an iPhone, I'm not sure, but I can tell you what to do on an Android. So if I put my calculator up, it looks like this. Turn it sideways, it looks like this. So it says radian here. I'm not sure if this is on radian or degrees. Let's do it. Sine 30 equals 0.5. All right, so I put it in there. I pushed the sine button. Where is it? Over here. Push the sine and put 30. It is 0.5. Now, it says radian here, but I guess if you want to use radians instead of degrees, you press radian. See, and then it'll use radian. Oh, there, it shows you up there. You're using radians. So you don't want to see that. Okay, I think maybe Google Calculator or Desmos is probably the best. So there it is. So there's that sine of 30. We got it at 0.5. Okay. Tangent of 30. I'm going to go back to Desmos. Tan 30. Oops, not 300. I got this. Okay, here we go. Go back one. Tan of 30. I get technical issues. 30 is 0.57735, et cetera, et cetera. So we round that to 0.58. That's pretty good. 0.58. 0.58. All right. So you do that. And then cosine of 30. And I'm going to let you do that one on your own because I want to know you know how to do it. So do cosine of 30 in either Desmos or Google Calculator. Again, make sure you're on degrees. Let me just make sure this sine of 30. Okay. Yeah. So if you press radians, that's what, see, now when I popped it up, it was on radians automatically. You want to make sure you're on degrees, or else it's not going to work. You're going to get some weird answer. Okay, so let's move on. So now we have some problems to solve. Now we're going to set these up like this on day 2 from triangles. But for now, we're just going to solve these. So here we have a problem, sine of 50 equals x over 30. All right, now you may remember from solving other algebra problems that if you have x over 30, that's x divided by 30. The opposite divide is multiply. So you would multiply both sides by 30. So on the left side, you're going to put 30 sine 50. Now, there's no time sign in here, right? But that if you put 30 in front of a trig function, it will be multiplication. So you don't need to put times in there. And on the right side of the equation, you had x divided by 30. If you multiply that by 30, the 30s cancel. So you just have x, all right? And then I'm going to go to the Google calculator. We have 30 sine of 50. I bet you I could just copy and paste that in there. Let me see. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do it. Let's see. Nope, can't do that. I'll do 30. And then you could push times. Let's see, sine of, what was it? 50. Sine of 50. Let's see, maybe we don't have to press times. Let me see, because mathematical notation, you don't need to. So 30 sine of 50. That's what 50, right? Yeah. All right, so we have 22.98. 1, so I'll round that to 22.98 because there's a 1 after the 8. All right, so then we have 22.98 equals x. So it was 22.98. Good. Okay, so now to get credit, I need to see this. You know how to multiply to get that, and then this. All right, so here we have cosine of 42 equals x over 8. That's x divided by 8. So you multiply 8 on both sides. So you put 8 times cosine 42. Notice I'm not multiplying the 8 and the 42. That never gets multiplied, right? 8, because cosine of 42 is a number, like you did up here, right? And then you multiply that by 8, right? And that's going to equal, let's see, so x over 8, you multiply by 8 on both sides. That cancels out the 8 over here. So you have x. All right. So 8 times cosine of 42. Let me go to Desmos on this one. 8. Oh, I got to clear this out. Get this video up here. Get rid of that stuff. Put that. I'll leave that up there. All right. So let's see. 8 times cosine of 42. 8 times cosine. Whoa, where does that come from? Sine. Where did that come from? Okay, everything's gone, right? 8. What are we doing here? Cosine of 42. Cosine 42. All right, there it is right there. 5.94. I'll round it to 5.9. That's it. Well, we better do 2 decimals. We'll do 2 decimals. 5.945. That 5 makes the 4 go up. So 5.95. All right. 5.95 equals x. And we could do it on Google Calculator too, just to check it. 8 times cosine of 42. 8 times cosine of 42. Yeah, there it is. Okay, you know, I think I like the Google Calculator a little bit better than, I mean, Desmos is great for a lot of things, but I'm going to close that because I think the Google Calculator is easiest for this. So on this one, here we have tan 25 equals x over 11. I'll multiply both sides by 11 because this is x divided by 11. So on the left side, we have 11 times tan tangent 25. On the right side, x divided by 11, you multiply 11. That cancels out the 11s. So you have x. Now, I do it in the Google Calculator, 11 times tangent of 25. 11 times tangent of 25. And you know we're in degree mode here. You see it's highlighted there. Is that 5.129? So I'm going to round it to 5.13. Now, just to show you, if you were in degree mode and you put that in 11 tan 25, I mean, a radian mode. If we were in radian mode and we put 11 times tangent 25, so you get some weird number. If you get a negative, you know you're in radian mode. So do not put it in radian mode. Click the degree and then do it, and you're good to go. All right, let me know what questions you have.